Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm gonna build something a little different. Got this in a haul just about a month ago, possibly maybe a little bit longer, and it was my first Aoshima. My first Aoshima. My first Aoshima or Aoshima or whatever it is that I ever did have. I did show it. I don't think I did a box opening on it, but I did show it on my haul, and I thought it was just a really cool car. It's a right-hand drive, some sort of Skyline racer. Someone in the comments when I was mentioning the video, I mean the kit in my haul video, mentioned what kind of race car it was. It's Japanese, a Japanese racing circuit of some sort, but it was I guess a 1982. I'll have to, you know, a lot of it's in Japanese, and I can't read Japanese that well. But it says 6th, the Skyline Super Silhouette 81 something through 80, I don't know. Anyway, it's a curbside kit. What I mentioned on the haul video is it was really interesting that it says 4-valve dual overhead cam RS turbo Super Silhouette, and it doesn't have an engine. It's a curbside, but being it's a curbside, it would probably build up pretty quick. But I want to do like, I've seen videos where these are like jam up quality kits. 1/24, and you know what? I can't just jump into a kit and build it quick. Now that little Testers Aluma coupe that I built a little while back, it didn't take long, but it's still, I still always have the mindset like this. I want this one to win a show. I want this one to win at a show. And when you get a kit that's like unique, it's very unique. And now I'm not good at decals. That's the only problem. Look at those. Look at those wide. Let me see if I can get, there you go. Spokes. I'm talking about them dudes are wide. Okay, there's the decal sheet. Okay, so this car is two-toned. It's not decals. I was thinking it was, so maybe I may see about doing some taping. Dang, it's got one heck of like a valance on the front of it. This is going to be fun. So the decals aren't like big giant huge decals I was thinking they were. So this ought to be nice. This ought to be really nice. I can't wait. I think this is going to be a blast. Have you guys ever built an Aoshima? Let me get these parts out. I'll be right back. Alright, so got the stuff unboxed. Oh dang. Is that dents in the roof? That there's some places right. See them right there in the roof? That's okay. No biggie. What is like damage? Oh no, it's where the gosh. Look at those giant things. That's the where the extruder would pump out the plastic. So it leaves a few little, it's almost like it was stressing to get out of the mold or something. That's okay. Cool. It's alright. Good, Matthew. So, really neat. Got a lot of little details on this body. I might have to scratch and just do a solid color. I don't know if my skill set's up to doing some of that fancy taping off. Even has silver running up here, and that would all to be woo. How about it all be one color? That sounds good, Matthew. Yeah, I thought it did. But anyway, even if I don't know, I'll contemplate. But it's got like these, where are they at? It's got these big old, so in front of the rear tires, or in front of the rear wheels, whatever. People get on to me for that tire thing. This is a tire, right? Okay. I'm sorry. But when I just look at that, I'll say it's the tire. I don't say the tire and wheel. If you look in front of the tire and wheel right there, no, it's the tire. Okay, it's got a tire on the outside. The tire's closer to that than the wheel is. Anyway, honestly, I find it ridiculous sometimes, the critiques that people want to tell you. Okay, you're smarter than me. It's a wheel. It is a wheel. I get it. It's a rim too. What rim? That might be what it is the whole time, not tire. It's not a rim. It's a wheel. Well, I come up it was a rim. You know, my dad was like, "Hey son, break that tire down off that rim." Well, I didn't have to say, "What the heck's that, Daddy?" I knew what he was talking about. But anyway, all right, sorry. That was a total off the rails. It's got this thing right here that goes that goes onto the kit here, and those are these thingies. So that's what these are. Not that it's focused on it so you can see it, but that's what they are. And then it's got some kind, what are these cone shaped things? I ain't got a dang clue what that is. See if I can get the zoom in on it. What's this, like spokes? But I don't know what that is. We'll see when we get there. It's got fire bottles. Oh boy. Fire bottles, a nice racing seat, other parts of the body. It's got nice interior detail, I can guarantee you that. May not have an engine, but he really made up for it because, oh, and the interior looks like it's aluminum. Cool. So look at the darn rivets in that. I mean, that is really nice looking. That is super cool. And the roll cage all built up there. Firewall, steering wheel. Very nice. Aoshima. Aoshima. Oh, there's the bottom. Okay, so we got the drive line. I'll be 100% transparent with you guys. I'm not interested in the bottom of it. At JaxCon, it was an IPMS show. They were picking them up. They were white gloving them and picking them up and looking at them. Acme, they're not touched. They stay on the table. You could paint the bottom flat black. No one would ever know it because at Acme, it's the audience or the judges. So they don't have judges like Acme's got. I mean, JaxCon, they actually had judges, and they would be picking them up and stuff, which I'm cool with that. But you know, do I have to like detail the bottom? It doesn't even have an engine, so I probably wouldn't do. Look at those. That is sweet. Those are some sweet wheels and wide. And here are the tires. So let me check that out. Dunlop. What does it say? Dunlop Racing. It's even got the size. 350. 700. Now that's cool. That's the back. Front tires. It's got cool tires. Then it has an axle. It's got an axle. But that body is really neat. It's going to take some sanding. I see some. Pull my chair up here so I can sit down. See if I can get these marks in the frame. It's trying to zoom in. Right on the back. It's kind of rough. No problem there. That's what sanding and primer's for. But look at that. That thing sticks out there like nobody's business. Boy, that would take an ankle off. Or a foot off if it ran over you. Could you imagine that thing hitting you right in the foot? Oh boy. Alright, so you know my drill. I'm going to get some parts cut off the tree so then I can try and figure out what they are, because I've already cut them off the tree and can't find the number. And see what I can get glued together. No engine on this one, so it's going to go fast. Most of my time is going to be spent on this thing right here, the body, which is so cool. I love a Nissan Skyline too. Love it. But in 1982, if this is an 82, again, I didn't even look at the instructions. Is it all in Japanese? Oh yeah, every bit of it. There ain't a dang English word in it. Anyway, so was it... Remember guys, you guys that go at least... I'm 45. I'll be 46 in October. Nissans used to be called Datsun. The company was called Datsun Nissan. And then somewhere in the early 80s, it changed and flip-flopped. And it went to Datsun. It went to Nissan Datsun. So, if this is an 82, and I'm not sure if it is, but it does say 81, maybe through 85. Was this a Nissan? Okay, it does say Nissan back here. So it says Nissan on the back, but again, Nissan was, no, it says it right there. Doesn't it? No, that doesn't say Nissan, that says something else. I don't know if in Japan, were they, when they were Datsuns over here in America, were they Nissans in Japan? Or how does that work? Do you guys know? Fill me in the comment section. Were they Nissans all the time in Japan, or were they Datsuns in this swap? Because over here it was, again, and I'm just repeating myself, but anyway. All right, I'm going to get these parts cut off, get some, kind of mock it up a little bit, and we will be right back. So stand by. All right, got a little progress done here on this body. Trying to get as much on the body as I can, so I could paint it. So I got these side vents here. We're still going to take some sanding. I've got the side vents attached on it. I've got the rear spoiler. It's high enough that it's not really in the way, and you can paint around it and under it and everything else you need to do. So I've got both of the side scoops on there with these little inserts that go in there. They're black, and I'll hand paint those once I paint the car. Also, these two little vents on the hood there. They're actually vents, so I got those. And it's a few little places that will need some. See if you can see this. Right on the hood are two, you see them right there? Two little, each side has it, a little divot. And on the hood, or on the roof, where those places were, I think I've got, excuse me, I think I've got those sanded out. But got a little progress done, so I'm gonna keep sanding and let these parts, the glue dry on them before I sand on those, but clean up other parts, start to work on the interior, and see how that goes. But I can't wait to get some primer on this. That'll really show you, primer really shows up your flaws, or the flaws in the body. So primer really does that. So you spray you some gray primer on there, you'll see all the places you need to sand. So okay, I'm gonna set this over to the side and get to work on some of the interior parts and get that going, and see how that goes. So stand by. Alright, so I got this body together, and so there are a few divots. Oh, by the way, do you guys watch, like, I know a lot of you guys will watch other YouTubers or whatever while you're building, but I'll usually put my phone up here, and I was watching Mark Batson build his flathead. I'm amazed at Mark Batson's his work. I'm just amazed. Mark, you're amazing. Anyway, back to this. This not so amazing. So it had these divots on the roof, which I think I was successful in getting those actually sanded rather than having to fill them. I was able to take and sand the roof. Now I'm working on these on the hood. I've been sanding those. Not, you can see that in the middle of the sanding spot there's a shiny place. That's a low spot. So I'm trying to, I've got tons of these sanding pads from Hobby Nut that I've got. I've got 2,500, 1,500, 600, 800, 1,000, 200, and they work good for stuff like this because they're so soft. And anyway, that's what I'm working on. So I got the wing attached, got those side pods attached, which are going to take some sanding. They have quite a bit of sanding I'll have to do right here at the joint Well, I say quite a bit. Maybe not. After you get a good coat of primer on something, you can really tell. And everything is nice and cured. The glue is all cured, the rear spoiler. But I'm trying to sand on these and get those leveled out. So when I put my primer on there, hopefully I won't see any flaws. At least, you always see flaws, but you know what I mean. So I'll get back with it and see if I can get these leveled on out and finish watching about this flathead. Stand by. Alright, so after sanding and looking at the body more and more, I found more and more parting lines. So I've done a lot of sanding on this body. So I would hit it with my, don't leave your lid off of your glue. So I've got this, I forget what the brand is here, but anyway. This, oh my goodness. I'm working on the camera, guys. I'm really working on researching how to fix this. Anyway, these sanding sticks here, this is a coarse sanding stick, so I've used it in little small places. Then I've got a fine one, and then I'll hit it with the 600 sanding pad, then the 2500, 1500 sanding pad. But I've got it looking pretty good. There's a lot. If you would have shot some primer on this, there'd have been parting lines that were kind of hidden or masked everywhere. So I have done tons of sanding, and where these panels go, I've got that almost completely smooth. I am so proud of myself. The places on the hood, you barely can see where they're at. I don't want to go too far. I want to add some primer and see how that plays out first before I sand anymore. You can always sand more after you prime. There were parting lines going up the back here. Is this the B pillar? A pillar, B pillar? I don't know. Anyway, there were parting lines here, parting lines all the way down, and then in the back here. So I've gotten rid of those as far as I can see. What I'll do though, because this thing is completely full of sanding dust, you wouldn't want to spray this at all, like just by brushing it off or something. I've got a big, commercial air compressor, so I'll go outside and I will blow the heck out of this thing and remove all of that debris and then give it a coat of primer. So we shall see, but it's looking good. I'm excited because I don't know if I mentioned it in this video already. I kind of get in a a rut with building classic American cars. Classic American cars are awesome. I love classic American cars. But if you'll notice something in common with all these classic American cars, it's something that's really shiny. It's called chrome. Classic American cars love chrome. Chrome on a model car is usually done by most people, I would say, that I've ever talked to. We use bare metal foil. Some people use the Molotov pins, but I don't like those, but they'll do bare metal foil. You can burn out, or I have gotten burned out on bare metal foil. Not that I'm going to stop using it. I love it. I think it looks awesome. But I wanted to do something different. And this car, I don't see a stitch of chrome. I do see some silver around the A pillar there. There is some silver. And I'm still debating on whether to two-tone it or not. I think two-tone is awesome. Do I have the skill set to be able to do it right? I don't know. So I'm still debating on that. I'm going to get some primer on this and let's see how it looks. But my point in this is I want to do something different. This doesn't even have an engine, so you're carefree as far as the engine compartment goes. But it's going to be cool. I love a Skyline too, and just something different. I saw this Aoshima kit on eBay and I got it, and I intended on building it. I don't even know what year this kit is. Absolutely no idea. But it's a neat kit. I almost said nice kit, but nice kits are those kind of kits, in my personal opinion. Nice kits are those that you open and the bodies are almost like flawless, like that Fujimi Lamborghini that I opened recently on camera. That body, it has literally no cleanup. It's amazing. This one had some cleanup, but that doesn't mean it's a bad kit. It just meant it took a little bit more of time to get a finished product that's a desirable finished product. But anyway, I'm going to get this get it more clean, a little more sanding, get it blown off, and then we'll get some primer on it, and we'll see what it looks like then. So stand by. Alright, so I've got the body sanded and I've got it blown completely off, free of any dust, at least from what I can see. And I'm going to prime this time with, no, I'm not going to use Mr. Color. I'm going to use Duplicolor Sandable. It feels light scratches and sands easily. I'm going to use that as my primer because I have a couple of little teeny gaps that I don't think the Mr. Color would handle. So anyway, that's what I'm going to use. I'm going to turn on my vacuum now and mute the audio and get to priming this thing. So stand by. Alright, so it is post primer dry time, and let's take a look at this body. So it had parting line, oh geez, hold on, I forgot I was dealing with my camera. So there were parting lines in this area, right back here, right in the center, which I have eliminated, up until the B. Is this the B pillar? Is this the A pillar and this is the B pillar? Anyway, that parting line went all the way up, and it went all the way up here. I got rid of that. Same on this side. There was a parting line there all the way up. Oh boy, look at that stuff right there in the crease. Wow, I've got to get rid of that. I don't know what that is. I'm really considering two-toning this. Jeez. Two-toning this like the box. I mean, I don't even know if I got the right color red. Black is black, but I could darken some red up, but right where it parts at this, right at this, let me find a toothpick. So the two-tone line would be right here at the door line, all the way up. I don't know. I mean, I would love it to look like the box art. I just don't think it has to look like the box art. If it all was red or all was black, because the decals are all white, it looks like. Here's the decals right here. So they're all white except for the red one, the yellow one, the gold one, but they would all look good on a red background. I don't know. But I am very satisfied with how this body has turned out after a lot of sanding. Okay, I see a couple of issues right here. Let me see if you can see them. See those two spots right there? I don't know what the heck that is. Never even saw those until primer. Nothing on this side. Uh-oh. About to lose my decals. They're not there. Very minimal on where the panels, the flares line up there. I'm satisfied with those. here is another one that I just saw. Right here in the, let's see if I can get the focus in on that. I can't. Let's see if I can point at it. Right here. I'll clean all those, I'll clean all these lines up as far as where the, oh yeah, definitely right here too. Gosh, I can't get it to focus on those. Anyway, right there in the window rubber area is a huge mess. I gotta clean that up. Everything else though looks pretty darn good. I'm very satisfied with how it turned out. And again, I didn't use Mr. Color or anything like that. I used a spray bomb, Duplicolor. Which number? So DAP 1692 gray hot rod. This is a sandable. This is a filler type of primer, and I wanted that. I wanted one that would fill up small gaps and stuff like that. So that's what I sprayed it with this for. There's nothing wrong with using. I'll be honest with you guys. Duplicolor makes as good as a primer as I've ever used. The nozzle that they use, they've got it down pat. It lays on so smooth. You couldn't find an imperfection on this in this primer, not at all. Zero. If there's an imperfection, it's in the body work from what I did. So I got this at Ollie's. Ollie's will have all kinds of different stuff. They're a buyout store, so they'll have buyout stuff. Like, you never know what you're going to get. But that's where I got this from. Sandable and 1690 DAP 1692 hot gray hot rod. And again, I honestly think that Duplicolor probably has some of the best primers out for model cars, because I've used it in the past. And it lays on just as smooth as you can imagine. You can't shoot anything out of an airbrush that lays on as smooth as this Duplicolor primer. So I encourage you, if you see any, go grab you some. I mean, they do sell like Advanced Auto and stuff like that. They carry the Duplicolor line. But it's great stuff, especially if you need to fill up some gaps. I've got the other parts here. I've got them laid out on toothpicks, seat, batteries, fire bottles, MSD. It looks like an MSD ignition. Let me see if I can zoom in on this thing. It looks like an MSD ignition, and as best I can tell, it is. I don't see any reason why they wouldn't have had MSD in Japan at all. I mounted one tire just to see what it would look like, and these things are awesome. I hope to be able to white letter the tires, but there's a lot of writing on these tires. Let me see if I can get it to focus. There's a lot of writing on these tires. Dunlop Racing in the sizes and everything else. So a lot of writing. I don't know if I can. I'll probably try on one. Maybe use acrylic paint so I can wash it off if I make a mistake. But it would be nice to get the that detail. But as far as the body goes, I think I'm pretty much. I do see a couple little spots. Like I say, there's a place right here on the A pillar that needs to be cleaned up. And on the other A pillar, I didn't even see that stuff. That's what I'm talking about. When you add primer to your kit, it's going to scream where you need to fix it, and that's one good thing about primer. But anyway, all right. So let's see what we can do with that, get it cleaned up. But I think I'm going to end this video here. Not a lot of progress. I've got the chassis here, nothing painted at all, but I was just trying to get all the parts. I've got the flash cleaned off of them, and all the where you cut them off of the tree, all that's cleaned up. Here are the door panels. I don't even know how these things go, to be honest with you. Somehow or another like this. Door panels. I'm going to do as much interior detailing as I can on this. Try to get some seat belts, racing harnesses. This didn't come with any harnesses at all, but I'm going to try my best to get some seat belts put in it. All the fire bottles. This has a lot of fire. This got like 2 or 3 fire bottles. There's 1, 2, 3 fire bottles. There's a oil tank, a battery. So it's got quite a bit of interior detail. It's a cool kit. It's not perfect because it's Aoshima. Aoshima. It's not a perfect kit, but it is really cool, and I thought it'd get me out of this funk of not wanting to bare metal foil something for at least a model or two. I just finished the 37 Ford. It had no bare metal foil, and I really appreciate that. And I've got to get a few sheets of bare metal foil. I'm out actually right now. That's not why I'm trying to do it. It's not why I'm trying to do a model with no bare metal foil. I'm just like, I want to do something that's different, and this is obviously very different. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching this progress of this build. There's my air conditioner. The progress of the build of this Aoshima Skyline. It's cool. I think Skylines are cool. I remember back in the early 2000s, as I was playing Gran Turismo, the Skylines were like the car to get on PS1. Gran Turismo on PS1. The Skylines were so cool. But anyway, this is a cool kit, and I can't wait to get it together. I'm very pleased on where I'm at so far. The body's going to look so awesome once I get a paint job on it. Do I two-tone it or not? I don't know, but we will see on the next video whether it's two-toned or not, because I probably will paint it in between videos. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching this video. Hey, if you have not subscribed, I encourage you to go hit that subscription button. I appreciate everyone that's gotten me to the over 10,000 subscribers mark so far. I'm like 10,400 and something at the filming of this video. Closer to 10,500, and I am so appreciative of that. Thank you so much. So I ask you, if you have not subscribed, to go do that. Go check out the Facebook group. Check out Hobby Nut Models. This kit will either get Tamiya or MCW paint. I have not made the decision yet on which color it will be, or which color plural it will be. But it will definitely be receiving paint from Hobby Nut Models. Go check out Hobby Nut Models in the description of this video below. Yeah, the Facebook group is awesome. So much to be learned over there. So much great input. If you have a problem, if you have an issue, if you have a question, if you're a member of Model Car Videos Facebook group, just enter it in. Enter your question. You know, put it in there, and you're going to get so many great people that advise you on what to do, and so many more people that are so much more knowledgeable in the hobby than me. It's amazing. It's an amazing community to be a part of. So I encourage you to go over and check out Model Car Videos Facebook group. Link in the description below, as well as at the Spring Store. Hey guys, if you hadn't already grabbed yourself a Model Car Videos t-shirt, sticker, coffee mug, or any other things that you see over there, go check it out. Thanks to my friend Michael Keogh for giving me those designs. I really appreciate it, Mike. You're awesome. And for the Patreon members, hey, thank you so much for being a member of my Patreon group. We have an awesome time on our Patreon private live streams. I encourage you, if you're not a member of our Patreon group, go over and become a member. $5 a month, $5 a month gains you access to our personal private live streams, which we have a heck of a time on at least once a month. I want to try and do them more often because they're so much fun. I mean, we're on there for hours. It's just so much fun. So you can drop in, you can talk, you can have a great time, and it's a private live stream. So anyway, guys, I encourage you to go check out the Model Car Videos Patreon group. Link, all these things that I've mentioned are linked in the description below, so go check them out. And hey guys, we will see you on the next video, and hopefully this Nissan Skyline will have some paint on it. I wish I could have some fire blowing out the exhaust, but I can't do that. But anyway, it should have some paint on it. Maybe it's two-toned, maybe it's not, but we shall see. So hey guys, thanks a lot, and we will see you guys on the next video. Thanks. Bye.